Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. We are tracking a lot going on here tonight. Number one, we have some areas of rain. Some of that rain is moderate to even heavy. No thunder or lightning or anything severe with this, but just some good rain moving through some spots. We are also tracking fog that has developed. We were tracking that earlier during our newscast tonight. During the evening hours, the National Weather Service issued a dense fog advisory roughly from I-20 northward until about 2 o'clock in the morning. It's not going to be in effect all night. Now, when the National Weather Service issued that, they did set the expiration time at 2 a.m., but they're saying that it is possible if this does not erode at all, they may have to expand that. Number one, the county's involved with it, and also the expiration time might go to a little bit later depending on what's going on. Now, most of that thick fog has been to the north of us, and that is the area that's picking up some of that good moderate to heavy rain. So that actually might help mix up the atmosphere a little bit to improve those fog conditions. But that's something we're going to keep watching as we continue through the rest of the evening hours tonight. Here is a look at the radar picture in motion. You can see here what we've been watching, where we had a few showers that moved through the Atlanta area a little bit earlier. Those pushed off to the east. We were watching other showers developing in Alabama. These are the ones that are pushing up through parts of North Georgia right now with mainly that moderate to heavy rain. Here in Atlanta, we're not seeing a lot of rain. A little bit of green showing up over on the east side of the perimeter, over in parts of DeKalb County. That is just generally light rain. And even in spots where you don't see any colors here on radar, we are still dealing with some areas of mist and drizzle that is so light it's not showing up on radar. Here is the little bit of that rain right now that's moving through parts of DeKalb County from Stone Mountain up toward Mountain Park into southern parts of Gwinnett County, getting a little bit closer to the Lawrenceville area, and it stretches down through the rest of DeKalb County and on down into parts of Clayton County, Henry County, getting in on some of that light rain as well. And there's that main area that we're watching to the north of us right now, continuing to lift up to the north, and then a few additional showers here on the south side. Parts of Meriwether County, a little bit better coverage of that mainly light rain that's moving through there right now. And we're going to see a little more waves of rain coming in during the day tomorrow. And what we have to watch for tomorrow is going to be a better coverage of rain, more of those pockets of moderate to heavy rain. Also, we're watching the potential that a couple of those storms could turn strong, especially areas south and west of the city. Here is a live look right now, as you can see, looking from our Georgia Tech camera toward the city, where the ceiling has lifted a little bit. Earlier tonight, we couldn't even see the tops of the buildings there, but that ceiling has lifted a little bit. Still some fog. Our visibility has improved a little bit out there as well. This is a live view, our tower cam at Northside Hospital, looking northward toward the King and Queen building. The ceiling has lifted there a little bit too. Within the past hour, I could not even see the red and green lights on the King and Queen building. Now we are able to see that, and that visibility is improving just a little bit more. So the fog isn't that much of a huge issue here in the Atlanta area. It has improved since earlier tonight. Live look right now at Hartsfield-Jackson. You're seeing that we don't have any active weather delays. There may be some individual flights that are experiencing some delays, so you'll always want to check that before you go and catch your plane. But no organized, widespread weather delays right now. But as you can see, the runways and taxiways are wet. There are a few raindrops there on the camera lens, and the ceiling is still on the lower end, but it's not that crazy as we've seen the visibility in improving somewhat. Here is the fog advisory that was issued between 7 and 8 o'clock tonight. And it is including generally along I-20 northward. We do have a couple of counties on the south side there. Fayette County and Clayton County are included in that. But elsewhere, as I said, roughly along I-20, out Carroll County, Douglas, Fulton County here, DeKalb County, Rockdale, areas in Walton County, and on up north toward the Athens area. That line northward, all those counties you see in gray here, that's where we have that fog advisory in effect. And it was those areas to the north where temperatures were a little bit cooler and closer to the dew point, and that's why we started seeing some of that fog that was developing out there tonight. I want to show you what we're watching here with this patchy fog. That is the main threat that we have. Not everybody is seeing the dense fog. It is patchy. So you may be driving around, you've got good visibility, and you might drive through one of those cloud banks where that visibility reduces pretty quickly. And so you've got to be careful driving, leave plenty of room between you and the cars in front of you, as well as keep it on the low beams because the high beams don't work well in the foggy conditions. Before I get to the severe weather threat, I want to show you the visibility here of what we're watching so we can see if that has improved any. Let me find that here. Here we go. I just want to update that really quick here so you can see what we're talking about with this visibility that has been improving a little bit. If you'll recall earlier tonight in Atlanta, if you were watching at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight, the visibility was around a half mile here in Atlanta, and even up in parts of Marietta and Canton, the visibility was at about less than a half a mile. Over in Athens earlier, it was about a mile. So you can see, yes, we still have some fog around. In fact, in Canton and Blairsville, those are the areas with the lowest visibility, but even that is a little bit more than a mile. When the National Weather Service issued the dense fog advisory, they were saying visibilities in a lot of areas were at a mile or less, and even some reporting stations were showing visibilities at a quarter of a mile and a half a mile. But our main reporting stations right now are all reporting visibilities at least above 1 mile. And look at that on the south side, LaGrange, Carrollton, Peachtree City, Thomaston, Covington, you're seeing 10-mile visibility, so no issues with the fog there. And those areas to the north, with that rain coming through, I think it's going to really help to scour out some of that fog with some of the mixing there in the atmosphere. So things are beginning to look a little bit better there. Now, let me show you what we're watching with the severe weather threat for tonight. Earlier, we were talking about this area of Louisiana and the southern parts of Mississippi. That's where we had a level 1 of 5 risk for some severe storms. The Storm Prediction Center has now taken that out. It's just general showers and a few thunder showers possible throughout the southeast, but nothing really severe. Tomorrow, though, that changes. The level 1 risk goes over into southern and parts of central Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, southwest Georgia, and areas of central Georgia, and that even extends as far north as parts of Heard County, southern Coweta County, southern Fayette County, Spalding County, parts of Butts County. That line down to the south, including Macon, that's where we could see a couple of spots with some isolated stronger storms. We really don't think this is going to be any widespread severe weather event, but just a couple of storms within this system could turn strong. The main threats would be some damaging wind. Pockets of heavier rain is the highest risk, and the tornado risk is on a very low end. It's not zero, though. It's just something we have to keep an eye on there on the south side, that there could be a brief spin-up tornado, although we don't think it's going to be widespread or a big destructive EF5 or anything like that. Just something we're going to be watching here during the day. Look at these temperatures right now. It's mild with the temperatures here in Atlanta at 64 degrees. On the south side, we're generally dealing with those 60s. 64 in Peachtree City, LaGrange, Thomaston 63, Marietta 64. It's this area up here where we see those temperatures into the 50s. That's when the temperatures are closer to the dew points in those lower 50s, and that's why we have the fog developing there in parts of North Georgia and Northeast Georgia that we're watching. So on Tuesday, here's what we're going to be concentrating on with that rain risk. I'm really thinking between 10 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening. That is the time frame when we're going to see a better coverage of rain, some of those pockets of moderate to heavy rain, also watching the potential that a couple of those showers could have some thunder and lightning with them. And those are the main threats we're watching, the potential for rain and maybe even some storms. The storm risk we think would be mainly to the south and west of us. So keep your rain gear with you. Of course, your umbrellas or any kind of rain gear you need to get out and about, because again, at times it'll be some moderate to heavy rain. And also be careful driving. Drive safe out there, because the roads are going to be wet. There are a lot of wet leaves on the roads as well, and those wet leaves can deal with the traction too and make roads a little bit more slick for you. So definitely be careful. And you can see during the overnight hours tonight, we're going to see more of that rain out there. We have mainly fog 10, midnight, and 2 a.m. with that 30% of maybe just a couple of scattered showers around and some of that mist and drizzle. But then for the morning hours, that's when we see those rain chances coming back up. 8 o'clock. 10 o'clock, an 80% chance for a shower here at about 10 o'clock in the morning. We're really thinking it's going to be mid-morning to around lunchtime into the afternoon hours. Again, as I mentioned, 10 o'clock until about 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we're going to see that better coverage of rain around. The rain chances highest here on your Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we've got a 40% chance for a shower, but that's mainly going to be really early in the morning. Then the rain kicks out, and once that rain kicks out, we're going to dry out for the rest of the day on Wednesday. We'll be dry Thursday, Friday, as well as on Saturday. And it's going to be getting colder after that rain moves out behind a front that's going to push our way. So here's what we're watching with our rain chances tonight. Watch the time frame there at the top of your screen, right there at my head. I'll try to stay away so you'll be able to see that. There's that rain on the north side. That's going to be moving up toward the north during the evening hours tonight. We may have some breaks overnight in the morning while folks are driving into work. Again, not everybody getting heavy rain. You're going to be driving in and out through some of those showers. But notice through the morning, this is 7 o'clock where you see some of these scattered showers around. Through the morning hours, notice how those showers can grow a little bit more, and we're going to see more of the yellows and oranges and reds, especially here in northwest Georgia as this line moves through. So this is at lunchtime. We have scattered showers in Atlanta. Here comes this line moving through. That's the part we'll have to watch for some of those moderate to heavy rain showers, as well as some thunder and lightning possible, and that potential that a couple of those storms could turn strong. This is at 5 o'clock, and you can see this line going through northeast Georgia, through Atlanta, down to the south and west of us, pushing on through. 10 o'clock, the heaviest rain has moved out. It's not totally over, but with this wave, that heaviest rain is going to be out of here by 9, 10 o'clock. And then it continues pushing away. Still, though, in the morning on Wednesday, we're just going with that chance for a few lingering showers to start the day and the clouds around. But notice this, the northwest flow coming in here. The winds will kick up a little bit, and we're going to see that cooler air that's going to start moving in on Wednesday. We expect to have our high temperature of the day on Wednesday in the early morning hours, and then we will see the cooler air moving in during the day. So our temperatures will actually be falling during the day on Wednesday, and then by Thursday morning, we're back to just below freezing and highs only in the 40s here on your Thursday afternoon. So not only watching the rain move out, but we have some big time temperature swings that are going to be moving our way during the day Wednesday, and then also into the afternoon hours going through Thursday as well, with that drier air pushing in. Here's a look at the rainfall comparisons. The American model, the European model, differing just a little bit here. The American model showing possibly 2 inches of rain coming in here over the next 7 days. The European model showing about 1.5 inches. So we're watching those rainfall totals not only for the daytime hours here on Tuesday, ending early Wednesday. There's going to be another chance for a shower on Sunday, but that rain chance is going to be much lower. So here's a look at those big swings in the temperatures. You know, it was mild out there today with temperatures in the 60s. We're going to be in the 60s again tomorrow. It's going to be on Wednesday when we see this, the cold air to the north, that's going to start sweeping in. So again, Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to see our high temperatures of the day. Wednesday afternoon, you're going to notice those temperatures falling, that really cold air coming in. By Thursday morning, we start off around freezing, only into the upper 40s here for highs on Thursday. And then going into Friday, another cold start with highs getting back up into the 50s, and then gradually just a little bit milder moving into Saturday and on Sunday, with those temperatures creeping back up into the mid and also the upper 50s. So here's how the lows are going to be looking. 59 for a low, mild on Tuesday morning, and then there you go, near freezing on Thursday and Friday. And then the afternoon temperatures also coming down, only the upper 40s here on Thursday, lower 50s Friday, and also into Saturday. So here's how everything all times out there in your 7-day outlook. We will be seeing those rain chances highest on Tuesday at 80%, with the potential for a few thunder showers possible. And again, that severe weather risk mainly south and west of the city. The rain chance on Wednesday is for the morning hours. The highs occurring early on Wednesday, then falling during the day with colder air moving in. And look at this, the cold air Thursday and Friday. There you see those temperatures near freezing Thursday and Friday morning. Highs in the 40s on Thursday, 50s on Friday. Low rain chance Sunday at 30% as we see those highs back into the mid and also the upper 50s. Be sure to keep it with us right here on 11 Alive and 11 Alive Plus. We'll have more updates for you throughout the week and updates as well on 11 Alive News.